because he's too big for that. He's too elite for that. Yeah. He's too important for that.
I mean, he is clearly stating that he is the oligarchy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's okay.
Absolutely, he is. Why did Bret Baier have Bernie Sanders on? Wow. But he asked him about his use of the word oligarchy and about his travel habits, too.
Alyssa Slotkin, senator from Michigan, she said you shouldn't be using oligarch. It's over people's head. You've gotten criticized from other people. Free Beacon says Bernie Sanders spent $221,000 on private jets fighting the oligarchy tour, paid for by friends of Bernie Sanders.
That's why
he spent millions of dollars in campaign funds on private jet travel over the years. How do you push back on both of those things?
When's the last time you saw Donald Trump during a campaign mode at National Airport?
No.
Pause it for a second. Okay, Donald Trump isn't bitching about income inequality all the time. Donald Trump is not a socialist. You are. That's why there's a different standard for you, because you're a hypocrite. And the climate change situation as well. Donald Trump doesn't believe in man-caused climate change. Yeah. That's why Donald Trump isn't asked that question. Nobody expects him not to take private jets.
Keep deflecting, Bernie.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. All right, let him go. See if we can get through this, which I doubt.
When's the last time you saw Donald Trump during a campaign mode at National Airport?
No. It doesn't.
No.
But he's also not fighting the oligarchy.
Oh, he did. Oh, good.
You run a campaign and you do 3 or 4 or 5 rallies in a week.
Okay.
The only way you can get around to talk to 30,000 people.
No, it's
Think I'm going to be sitting on a waiting line at United?
Wow.
Waiting,
Pause it.
Wow.
Do you think I'm going to be sitting on a waiting line at United? Because he's too big for that. He's too elite for that.
Yeah.
He's too important for that.
I mean, he is clearly stating that he is the oligarchy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's okay.
Absolutely, he is.
Wow, this guy.
Incredible. Let's see if we can get through this. I doubt it.
People think I'm going to be sitting on a waiting line at United, waiting, 30,000 people are waiting. That's the only way you can get around. No apologies for that. That's what campaign travel is about. We've done it in the past. We're going to do it in the future.
Real. Yeah. We've done it in the past. We're going to do it in the future. In the future.
And so what are you campaigning for? I mean, we're not even near an election right now. You're trying to help out AOC in her presidency. That's what's happening here.
Incredible.
It sure is. In other words, like you...
Wow, the unapologetic hypocrisy there is staggering.
I know you've got places to go, plebe. That's cute. You think that your grandma's funeral across the country is important. But
I'm not hanging out with you.
Right, but what I'm doing, I've got to go talk to people about fighting the oligarchy.
You expect me to be with the unwashed proletariat? No. Not when I'm in part of the bourgeoisie. Of course not. He can't be expected to sit in a line at United like the rest of you idiots, like you poor people, like you common folk. Ew.
No apologies.
Unwashed masses. I'm not sitting next to you at the airport. No, thank you. He's not apologetic about it at all.
Nope.
Wow.
So to go back to the setup, I believe Pat Gray asked, why did Bret Baier have Bernie Sanders on?
I think we just saw
for that audio gold there.
And that was gold.
Man.
That was sheer
you know what that
gold.
is? Remember when John Kerry was called out for his flying private around the world? And he said, I will not be put on the defensive.
Right. It was kind of the same thing.
Yes.
I'll not apologize for that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
These flaming leftist Democrat oligarchs, boy, that is one area they do not want touched. You can't call them out on their private air travel.
Nope.
Don't you take away my Cessna. Don't you take away my
and that should
Lear
be
jet.
Completely out of bounds for a person who buys in completely to the climate change garbage. That should be completely off limits. I'm not ever flying a private jet because that releases too much CO2 into the atmosphere. And we're killing the planet. If you really believe that, you're not taking private jets anywhere. I don't care how many lines you have to sit in. Wow. Well, okay. So, good luck on your oligarchy tour.